Hi and welcome back to another Bestestimes Reborn YouTube video. I'm your host Brad. It's currently 10:20 AM on Friday, June the 23rd, 2023. Currently 24 degrees Celsius. Doing part 2 of Lettuce Estate. Let's see how we go. Get as much as we can. We have had dark clouds like last time. They seem to have cleared up. Walking past 11 Flinders Point Road where the SES is and the Meals on Wheels like I mentioned last time. So we're going to continue on and go a different way once we get up further. And what we did last time, place the camera as straight ahead as possible and whatever's shown on either side is shown. People's privacy and all that. So I'll do the best I can in this heat. The humidity is pretty high, I can feel it. Okay, so thought I'd give a little bit of history of why I do what I do, and how I got started while I'm walking on this part. And basically, go back to when YouTube hadn't long started. You could first get it in Australia. I was walking along on my way to town along the Edith Street Bruce Highway near KFC, and I had a phone camera that was pretty good for the time. And I thought to myself, well, I want to do videos and put them on YouTube. What can I do? And I thought, well, I walk everywhere, so I may as well record my way to town at the time, you know, and record the different places that I go, that I walk and that. So I took a video from KFC to basically where Hungry Jack's is now. And just uploaded it straight away. There was no editing apps or anything like that back then. Everything was in its infancy. It was basically at the point of YouTube where you could watch every video. There was that little amount of people doing it. So I got started very early in YouTube's whole thing and built my old channel up. So I came home and thought, well, I wonder if anyone else is doing these sort of videos. So I had a look through. There's only about 100, I think, channels out there. About 100 videos, actually, on YouTube back then. So you could look through them all. Through the list and that. And there was one other person doing it. No, I hadn't seen his when I did my first one. And he was over in France or Italy or somewhere walking on cobblestone streets, doing his stuff that way. And he walked out into this big like town square thing with fountains and statues and all that. Was pretty cool. I really liked it. So I continued to do mine, built my channel up to nearly 3,000 subscribers, and then got hacked in about, I think it was year 2020, 2020. Around about then, maybe 2021, it might have been 2021. Thousands and thousands of videos, thousands and thousands of kilometres of walking for nothing, lost them all, except for a few that I had saved on my computer that I've uploaded periodically and set scheduled and all that. So while we're here, I'm on Flinders Point Road, so I continued on like that. I didn't give up. I started my new channel, Bestestimes Reborn, hence the name Reborn. And I was still doing old and new Innisfail photos. That started way back on Facebook. That's been going probably about as long as the original YouTube channel. So I put a lot of work and a lot of effort into these channels and the Facebook page. I love doing what I do. I love showing what Innisfail's like now and into the future and before, so that we can all have something to look back on and see what Innisfail was like and get a fair idea of everything in as much detail as possible. I don't get paid for what I do. I do it out of passion for what I love doing. I do have health issues that limit what I do, but I still get in and do what I can. So I'm just passing Seymour Street. heading up to the last street across the road from the main Innisfail State High School, or Innisfail State College entrance and exit. So yeah, so that's the story of how I got started with it. A lot of work, a lot of effort, built it up, and then lost it. Now I'm building up this channel. It's got more security on it now. There's the two-factor authentication and other ways of protecting it that weren't available before. If you're ever doing YouTube or Facebook or anything and it comes up with two-factor authentication, do it, because I put it off and now I regret it. Like, I do it fully now. I have it on all my stuff. Much better. Dalton Close. I might actually go down Dalton Close, seeing it's only just there. And I may miss it. So like I said, I try not to show people's houses directly. No. As much as possible. What you see from either side of the camera is what you see. The lighting's not the best at the moment. It's better earlier in the day. But when you've got to catch up on sleep, you've got to catch up. Nothing you can do about it. So I think this just turns at the end. So it may not go all the way down. Because you can basically see it all from a certain part. When we get up to these trees that are close to the gutter. That just gives an idea. Here, we'll stop here and turn back. So you get an idea of what Dalton Close is like. Okay, so that's the story of how I got started. Because I have a passion for photography, videography, all that. You can always tell people's passions by how much effort they put in. Whether it be sport, whether it be music, whether it be craft, whether it be, you know, videography, photography, whatever. So there's an Innisfail 1 District Show Society sign there. Quite a big one. Celebrating our 108th show. Wow. Yes, a lot of work and a lot of effort goes into doing even just one video that people don't understand. I don't expect people to understand, but yeah, so it's all good. If you hear the distance set on my watch, that's the distance I've done from home, and the steps I've done from home. It's not during this recording, like from the start of this recording onwards. So there's Innisfail State College. Of course, we can't show much of because of students. I don't see any, but it doesn't mean they won't come out of nowhere. It's the last day of term, I think. Wow, she's gone really fast. Nice breeze when that vehicle went past. Very nice. Okay, so we'll have a look where we just came from, as we usually do. It's back where we just came from. Gives you a bit more detail, so I like to do that. What you can see. So we're going to turn down the next road on the right. I like to check the street signs. Like, I know the name of the street, but I like to double check, just in case I'm wrong, because it's been a while since I've taken much notice. I've scooted red down here a few times and got videos. There's a new subdivision opening up. Last time I come along, there was a couple of houses being built, which may be finished by now. We'll soon see. It's had a couple of different names, this subdivision. Someone wants to turn in here, where I am. And some of these street names I don't hear very often, so bear with me with the name. A-L-U-A-R-T. Aluart Road, something like that anyway. A-L-U-A-R-T Road. Yeah, these places have been here for a fair while. So we're going to show a lot of new stuff and a lot of old stuff. A lot of old places and new places. So that's Flying Fish Point Road on the way to Coconuts and Flying Fish Point. Bear with me with dog noises. Like I said in the last video, you guarantee dog noises and lawn care maintenance noises. Leaf blowers, whippersnippers, lawn mowers. This place here is for sale, but it actually looks quite nice. I noticed last time I rode past how really nice it looks. Don't know how well it'll show up on camera, but we'll do our best. We might go down Collier Close while we're over this part. Pardon the noise in my backpack. Tried everything to stop it, and it just happens again from the software camera equipment. Okay, you can see a jet stream going across there in the sky. Another dog. Lucky it's locked up, or I'd be walking a lot faster. Yeah, Collier Close. C-O-L-Y-E-R. It's another one of those ones that just stops at the end and turns around, like the last one, like Dalton. But we won't go all the way down, just show what we can, just to give an idea. There's a beautiful garden down here. You can see it to my left. Yeah, I like to point out beautiful gardens. Can't necessarily show it, but if it shows up in camera facing straight ahead, then we're lucky. Wow, Ford Raptor. There's a curlew. A bird doesn't have a curlew, what's going on? Gotta have the old curlew joke in there. Okay. We'll go up to where this garden is. And then we'll turn around and go back, because that'll show the end of the street as much as possible. People's privacy in that. Okay. Let's turn back. A lot of people have got solar over here. I see there things that control the solar and save the energy and all that. Store it. Yeah. Good to have. Yeah, you can see the that stream there from a jet or whatever going over that line in the clouds. Beautiful scenery from here. You can see some of this on the way to Flying Fish Point. If you look to your left on your way out, past the crocodile farm and all that, and along, even on the way to the old crocodile farm section. That's your Collier Close sign there. We're back on that road that I didn't know how to say it. I just spelt it out. Pardon me. Then we got Eaton Estate. Yeah. Bear with me with my allergies and things playing up. I do my best to avoid it, to stop me from sniffing and all that sort of stuff, sniffling. But yeah, so there's your view. Beautiful view. Beautiful cloud formations too. So we'll keep merging on along here. There's another street up here, or close. Yeah, where there was sugar cane and all that. I wonder if this is going to be turned into all housing. I think it will eventually, because this whole area was all sugar cane back in the day. My mum remembers it, going across to come over this way on a ferry. It was a very good idea before the Geraldton Bridge was there. Okay, that's Alexander Street. So we'll just show you down there. Oh, there is side streets. I had forgotten that. And Ergon's doing some work down there. So I might go down to that side street and go down there, and then turn back, because this goes down to Seymour. Starting to get a lot of reflection on the screen of the camera. Gloria Close, yeah. I think that's what it is on the left. Up here, we'll make sure, as usual. There's a lot of big houses and smaller houses along in these places. I reckon a lot of them were built in the 80s. just by the designs. It's not a bad thing. Some of them are well looked after. Very well looked after. Some of them are the most beautiful gardens. Oh. Yeah, stop and slow people, as it says, instead of stop and go. Well, I don't need to go down there that far down. I'm going to turn left. Yeah, Gloria Close. There's another one of those closes that just stops and turns at the end of the street. Like it doesn't link up with another street. So I won't go all the way down as before. There's only so much we can do in the time frame and the weather, health-wise. That's why it was a part 1 and a part 2, not just all one video. Couldn't do it all in one day. I don't think most people could. And that was a 12-kilometre walk from home, then doing the video and then back home. So. Peewees. We'll go to Nevis forward drive and then we'll leave it and turn back. Oh, there's a car coming, so we'll turn back here. You can see down the end where the load box is, where that forward drive's coming out. That's down the end. A lot of places over here have those big old mesh-looking satellite dishes, like you can see there. There's one over on the corner of Ripple and one of the streets there. Okay, so we're going to go right onto Alexandra again and go back down where we were before. Let that forward drive go past when it gets up here. It's coming now. Looks like there's a new power pole put in there. Probably part of what they're doing now. They're gone. Probably having a power outage now for their upgrades and things, like a lot of places have had lately. Let's keep going. So they turned down the other way. They shouldn't have done that. It would have been better if they went around. But oh well, went down to where the Reborn workers are. Should have bypassed it. But anyway, we'll continue on. Do our thing. I'd love to know how to say some of these street names that aren't just your standard names. Like Dalton's easy to say. Reminds me of the Dalton brothers on a cartoon back in the 80s called Lucky Luke. They were the bad people in it. Okay. So we're back on that A-L-U-A-R-T, right? Sorry, I had to stop every now and then for a sneeze. That's how it works. But we'll do what we can. Yeah, there's that beautiful scenery again. Absolutely beautiful, good for photos. So they're classing this as Eden Estate as part up here. Yeah, Eden Estate. When you get further up, this next part is different. It's got a different name. Well, I don't know if it's still on there, but there was a different sign. This has been here for years, this sign. For a fair while anyway. So you can have a look how they're subdividing it the best as possible. I'll zoom in. You can pause to read it. Have a look.
4 kilometers completed. Duration 54 minutes 28 seconds. 5,821 steps. Heart rate 142 beats per minute.
Here you can see where there's two houses. One's nearly finished here, it looks like. And the next one down. They were being built when I last come along here. You got sugar cane still there. Well, I remember when a lot of this was built, there was just nothing in behind all these houses. and it was all sugar cane and that, and then next thing you know, I didn't come along for a few years, and then it was cleared, and I come back a year or so later and they were building on them. Then there was houses, like full on houses and roads and all this sort of stuff. So there's the one going across the end of the street up here is Reynolds Road, goes left and right. Left, you can head out to Flying Fish that way, Marcus Point Road, there's an ibis. And you go the other way, well, still in Innisfail Estate, Bladders Estate. But if you go left, most of the road is dirt and gravel and stuff, so not the best to drive down. You can see it in some of my videos where I've done Reynolds Road and recorded it. There's this house, it's for sale. So I think they're doing house and land packages, for what it says on the sign I was reading another time. So they build them up and then sell them. Korika, house builders, renovations, extensions. I don't know how you say that one. Do also, who knows? I know they're electricians, air conditioning and all that. Dynamic timbers, all these signs. Interesting. Yeah, house and land from 399,000. There you go. A lot of people don't notice a lot of detail along because they're driving, but when you walk, you do see a lot more. 5 Rivers. Building to inspire. We specialise in custom, new builds, house and land packages, investors, contractions, duplex and triplex packages. There's back where we just came from. You can see those 2 houses of it. Oh, one house, then you'll see this one up here when I get up to it. Oh. Blood in the runny nose. No, nothing much I can do about it. Sold, and congrats, that place is sold. Just here, the lighter coloured one. Wow, it's a nice house. Very nice house. Yeah, fisheye, if you know, you know. It's a reference. So we're coming up on here. This is the corner of Reynolds Road. And this one. Yeah, so you can have a bit of a look. For sale Canberra Real Estate, for sale First National. So if you're interested, I haven't really got that far on this. Yeah. There you go. It's not. I don't think that place is as big as the other one. Scan in here. Oh, got a QR code. Okay. Well, this is still Reynolds Road here. Goes all the way down to the Dalrymple. That's one harder than that. Look at these chickens. Roosters and that. Look at where they are. They're right there. Oh, there you go. That took me. Oh, they got a nice, like Holland Dutch style windmill in the backyard. Very nice. I like it when people take pride in their yards. Yeah, it's nice. Pride in their buildings, or whatever else. So it's now currently 10:45 AM. We're going to go down this next one. Let's see what it's called. This is one of the newer stuff that I was talking about before, where it wasn't there, then it was there. So I think Penna, P-E-N-N-A, close. Got a cane to my left, residential to the right, and a car straight ahead. If they're going to turn here. Let's see. Or if they're going to go straight past. Oh, looks like straight past. No indicator. Doesn't mean anything. Indicate last minute. Coming to this house. That's it, eh? Yeah, P-E-N-N-A. Yeah, it's good written down here. It's another one of those ones where it just stops, I think. Some of them turn though. Some of them have a weird turn. like they do in Cullinane. So I'll just continue on, facing the camera as straight as possible. What you see is here. You might not go all the way down because there's people in the yard here. Out of privacy, but we'll cross over out of respect. Yeah, this might be one of the ones that turns and then becomes a court at the end. Close. Doing your gardening. Very nice. Still morning. It does. It goes down the end and turns. Just like I thought from when I scooted around here. Beautiful garden to my left. Beautiful garden straight ahead. Where the solar panels are. Yeah, some beautiful houses along here. We won't go all the way out of privacy. You always got to respect privacy if you ever try to do these sort of videos anywhere in the world. I know a lot of people don't respect privacy when they do this sort of videos, but I do. Do what I can. Observe it. Good morning. Pardon?
You're doing the census?
No, doing some video. I just show around town.
Oh.
I just show the areas, doing video
Oh.
for history and that to look back on. Yeah.
Nice warm day for it anyway.
Yeah, nice. At least the rain held off. I was going to rain earlier. Yeah, have a good one. Yeah, thanks. You thought I was doing the census. Nope. Explain to him what I'm doing. See, if you're nice to people, they're a lot nicer back a lot of the time. If you get all aggro, oh, what are you talking to me for? Yeah, it's different, you know. Ah, it's all good. Don't think you really understood what I was talking about, but it's all good. At least you had the decency to say something. Yeah, I didn't know what he said at first. It wasn't very clear. Oh, there's a footpath. It's a rare occurrence over here. Back on Reynolds Road. I like a good footpath. I wish there was a footpath from the Innisfail State College, just as wide as they've got there too, all the way out to the coconuts. I've been mentioning it to the council for years. When they do any sort of surveys of what needs to be done around town in different areas, in the Cassowary Coast region, I mention it because the safety is paramount. A lot of people ride and walk along there all the way out to the coconuts. They already have the footpath from the coconuts to Flying Fish, which could be done up. So this is Reed, R-E-I-D, Crescent. Have a little bit of a look down here. It probably turns into another street. It might be a close, who knows. Just sounds more fancy when it's Crescent, I presume. Well, it does. Yeah. There's that one street. There's a removalist truck up there. Yeah, see, I don't know if it turns and I can loop around. That's where you got to go down a bit further to show. Because they turn that little bit like the last street. It makes it hard. Makes it very hard to know where it's worth going down and where it's not. Like I said, you get that in Cullinane, that sort of thing. Like a fairly new house here to my right. Well, these are all fairly new houses, built in the last 10 years or so. Keep going, past these people. It's the ultimate question. Yes, it does. It keeps going. That's least 5 rivers. Nice. Yeah, some beautiful, beautiful houses along here. And then it stops at the end here, I think. Yeah, it does. So I'll have to turn back soon. So I get near this boat. Or a bit further back. So I don't think it goes around to another street. It would be nice if it did. But it stops up there, I would say. I'll use that word. Or does it keep going? Oh, it's one of those things that you get right up to be able to see if it does. I think it does. Yeah, it's one of those weird streets that do turn. I don't want to get up there if it doesn't. And it looks all good to these people. Oh, good day for cleaning the boat. There's some stunning houses. New one getting put in up here. I think there'd be only blocks on a headlight. I remember when Valetta's estate first, when I first saw Valetta's estate, or Innisfail estate, it was more your posher sort of houses. Then other ones got put in low cost housing and that, and they just jotted it through everywhere. So it looks like this will be more of a, or for a very long time, more more expensive housing. There is a need for both kinds. So we'll mosey on down Reynolds Road to the right when we get to the end. This video may not end up being as long as I expected it to be, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see this house getting built. And we'll look back where we just came from. That was the first time I've ever been asked if I was doing the census. No. You still see the line from the jet.
Duration 1 hour 7 minutes 46 seconds. 7,329 steps. Heart rate 146 beats per minute.
The footpath that I was on before, where it meets up. See, all the sugar cane here I think will eventually be gone. And it'll all become housing. Give it 20-30 years. Or even less. Nice plants there. There's no swimming up here. Don't know why anybody would want to swim here. You could tell it'd be a place for crocodiles. There's crocodile signs over here. And this footpath should go out up to the road. Should have a bit going down instead of just stopping there. It would be nicer. There's a lot of glass here. Let's have a look. Yeah, all these little tiny bits of glass. Wow. But here's your liquid dumping sign and the crocodile sign. And here's, yeah, I wouldn't want to be in there. I can see what people would probably try and fish here though. There is fish in there. You can see little ones. I don't know if they'll show up on camera. I'll show for a minute or so. If you got a chance of seeing any show up. Zoom in. Hold it as still as I can anyway. Okay, that'll do. Okay. So, we're nearly at the end of where I'm going to walk on Reynolds Road because I showed the other part in part 1. So there's down here. See the back of a lot of those houses I just walked past. Okay, now we'll turn onto Bergen Road. I went down Bergen Road last time. I didn't go all the way down. I turned at streets up here, Riffle Street. There's some ibises. If you look on the first video, you'll see down Mayflower Street where they were on somebody's roof. There was heaps of them. There was like 10 of them or more. Yeah, that's pretty wild. There's your Ripple Street there. Bergen Road sign. Yeah, nice house, that one there. Remember when I first started getting built, there was a lady there. It's just the pad. The concrete pad was there. I scooter rid past and you can see it on the video. Bergen. There's work being done down. Yeah. Down up, mate. Got Ergon. Down the side streets and that there. Okay, so there's the back of the houses along there. It's good that they put that big long fence. It should have went all the way along. All the way. For safety and that. No concrete underneath it so people can't dig underneath it. Nice garden here. All the sunflowers on the pots. Don't know if that'll show up very well on camera. But it's really nice. Looks a bit heckledy, but it's still nice. It's an organised mess. Well, not even a mess. It's just, yeah, it's nice. Simple as that. That's to my left. Walking along here. So, a big shout out to Xena 3000. She watches some of these videos. Xena 3000. Being in this area makes me think of Xena 3000. It's a reference that she would know. And a few other people would know. So there's the playground below the park. Across there. I don't know that I could get to it from here to show it, because there's no children on there you can show it, but I'll show what I can. Go up this driveway here. Might be able to show it from the top here. The top of the driveway, where the treatment plant is or whatever it is. Certainly looks like one. Some sort of electricity thing. Who knows? Sure somebody does. Yeah, this wasn't here years ago. So we'll end up down, we might go down Seymour Street and that, and then come out, which means we might miss Bergen Road, the rest of it. Yeah, there's your playground. Very basic, very small. I don't know how much you could choose now, if at all. Maybe it was pretty popular years ago. But this floods too, and there's full on rain. All this whole area floods. This playground area, that is. Okay, so I'll head back down onto Bergen. Car's coming along. Zoom back out. So we can see a bit better, more detail. There's back where we came from before, down Bergen, towards Riffle Street. Facing that direction, Riffle's on the right. There's a rippling effect. Yeah, there's always been, the years and years and years I walked over here, a friend of mine lived over here. There's always pigeons and other birds on this power line up here. And at night it used to make a zzz, zzz, zzz noise, this power line. Yeah. sort of where the conductors are, or whatever those things are that some people like to collect. Old ones. There's old ones with like ceramic and that. But yeah, you can see all the birds up there. Sorry about the jerkiness of the camera. That's how it goes. That's Nelson Street, I think. To my left. Let's have a look on the sign. Yep, Nelson. Nelson down there to Mayflower and all that. And down to Dalrymple and Revel and all that. I might go down and see more. We'll see more. We'll see more if we go down there anyway, so get a bit more of a view. And a weird look off a chappie. But you can see down the rest of the street anyway here. Bergen Road. Towards the bridge, Flybridge Point Road and all that. So, might not be the safest street to walk down sometimes this one, but we'll do what we can. And dark clouds are coming again. I used to put business cards up, not that I made any money out of it, but just advertising cards more so, shape of size of business cards in at Coles. But greedy people kept covering them over, putting other ones in front of them and all that, and I think they got taken away. I don't know if anyone's actually grabbed some, but I might put some more back there soon and see if anyone takes any. Just says what I do and promotes old and new Innisfail photos and Bestestimes Reborn. There's your playground there from before, what I was trying to show. Yeah, you can see how low that goes at flood. Yeah, there's Ogon down the end of the street here. And to see more. So they're probably having their 6 hour power outage. Ours didn't last for 6 hours. It went from 8 AM to about 10:46 PM. 10:46 AM. There's a tiny little bird on that wire. Don't know if it's going to show up. I think there might be dogs down the street. That might be fenced, unfenced. Yeah. So we should be able to see some more ergon workers soon when I look to my right. When we get up here. This garden in the corner, the intersection. Yeah, Alexander Street, that's where the Ergon is, we saw before. We could actually go up there and go past, and go down that side street that we missed. No, better not. Wishes. I'm going to say walking past here is wishes. It's a reference. If you know, you know. It's one of those. If you know, you know. Wishes. Oh, good. Okay, we'll continue up here. We should see Ergon workers. Well, I guess they're Ergon. Oh, it might be council. I think there might be council going by the truck. Council. Yeah. Big house to my left, and then we'll come up on Geraldton Gardens. There's a new house here too, next to Geraldton Gardens. Be nice to walk through Geraldton Gardens, but I don't think you're meant to, so I won't. Be nice to show that. Walk through to Bergen Road. There's a lot of people that would like to see it, but in privacy, no, you can't. You can without a camera, I'd say, but with a camera, not so much. Usually, yeah, 2 supervising while 1 works, and the other way around. Anyway, we won't face it too much towards them. Bit of privacy. It's council. A little water going down the street. There's your Jordan Gardens. As much as we can show. But maybe it's still called that. I don't see any signage saying what it is. And it's back not far away from where we started the video. Around this area. Cross over and finish off the video. To my right is the way to Flying Fish Point and Coconuts. To my left, town direction. And most of it is a state, Innisfail estate. And the high school straight, Innisfail State College straight ahead. Okay, let's just continue on. We'll go up to this tree and then finish off. So you can see a little bit more. So it's something happening at the Baptist Family Centre. Tierney Street. So we're going to get to the start of Bergen Road on this side, across from it. I don't get the name of this park too. There's a little park here, the Jordan Gardens there, which I've always found weird that it's got a name. I think it's Edge. Or EDE, yeah, EDE. I knew it was something like that. EDE Park. I don't know if that shows up on here, but it's EDE Park, corner of Bergen. That's Flying Fish Point Road. Okay, so thanks for watching. Bestestimes, keeping memories alive. I'm your host Brad. It's currently 11:09 AM. It's quite hot. We'll check the temperature. It is 25, well, it says 25 degrees Celsius, but sometimes when you load it, it changes. Yeah, 25 degrees Celsius. Today, at daytime, there's a high of 27, nighttime a low of 19. Humidity is 71%. UV index is moderate 5. Visibility 16 kilometers. Dew point 19 degrees Celsius. And 1016 millibar is the pressure. Okay. Thanks for watching. This is Bestestimes, keeping memories alive. Check out old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Check out Bestestimes Reborn on YouTube. Check the links in the description to other videos and links to different channels, different videos, content. I'll catch you in the next one.